Everybody, welcome in to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. It's going to get cold this weekend, maybe freezing for an extended period. And one of the things you got to watch out for is pipes and water. And for that, Mike Sobert is the general manager of Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Waterworks. So, Mike, this is like Super Bowl weekend, right?
Yeah, this is time to catch up here. I think the 4 largest sales days in our history has always occurred around freezes. And so hopefully it's only because people are running their water rather than broken pipes, in which case then we got a problem.
So anybody, and really I guess anybody, even if you have a slab house, but mostly for people to have a raised house, if we get to 20s and it gets there for more than 24 hours, people need to run their water.
Yeah, you're going to have a problem.
Yeah.
In case you slept through 5th or 6th grade science class, 32 degrees, liquid water begins to freeze. When it freezes, it expands. When it expands, it breaks the pipe, or it will break whatever's in its way because it's just that strong. So you either have the option of turning the water off, but always remember that you can't get all the water out of your pipes.
Right.
So what you want to do is make sure you leave a valve or a faucet or something open so that as the water turns to ice and starts to expand, it has a way to go and not keep it in the pipe, because it will split the pipe. Copper, galvanized, brass, whatever, it's going to bust it.
Right. So if I turn the water off, and that's what we're going to talk about in a second, at the main,
Right.
and say I'm going out of town for this weekend,
Right.
and I run the water, it won't bleed all the water out of there?
Well, no, because you're going to lose the pressure. As soon as you turn off whatever valve you're turning off, the main valve, now you've lost the pressure. So you want to be kind of careful if you have your hot water heater up in the attic, because that's head pressure, and that's going to be 35 or 40 or 50 gallons worth of water that's still got to drain out. Secondly, you want to be concerned with if you have an electric hot water heater without any water going in or out. If it's set too high, you're going to burn the anode, it's going to stink, and you're going to buy a new water heater.
Right.
So turn it off. If you can't get the water out, it's not going to matter anyway, so just turn it off. Open that hot water faucet part, and then it's going to drain very quickly because you have no pressure unless it's in the attic. Right. And then just leave it open.
Right.
Let the air come out. It's not going to hurt anything.
Most people, though, the water upstairs should be okay if you live in it. If you're in the house.
Yeah, hot air warehouses, and that's the whole theory. It doesn't matter how well it's insulated.
But then we were talking about if you leave.
Right.
So what are you going to show us here today? This is the water vein.
So this is the water meter that's in the ground. You may not even see this because the ground will either be right on the top or not. Remember that all of our meters are read electronically, so we don't actually have to go and open this top and look at the meter to get a reading. It's all radio signaled out to as we drive by. Mm-hmm. So that's really good because it's efficient, it saves money, the water rates stay down. The problem is when you don't go there for 5 or 8 years, then you can't find the thing.
Right.
Where's it at?
Right.
So one of the things if you don't know where your meter is, and today is Tuesday, we're open Wednesday and Thursday, call, and most of the time we can tell you exactly where to go look. Mm-hmm. If not, make use of Google Earth. It'll show up on your line.
Okay.
Look for a fire hydrant. That's going to tell you where the main water line is. It'll be on one side of the street or the other. And this, again, is a very general statement.
Rule, right.
Some streets have them on each side. It's all over. But look for a fire hydrant. That's going to tell you where the main water line is. So this meter is going to be somewhere between the road and the first 5 feet after the road. Mm-hmm. Look around it. It's not going to be in the middle of your yard, I promise you. It's going to be in that first 5 to 10 feet from where the road ends. Mm-hmm. And like I say, it may be buried. The top may be painted blue. But what you want to do is find the meter. If you can't find the meter, look on your house and look for the first outside faucet facing the street, and then kind of walk directly to the street. And the meter should be somewhere around 5 or 10 feet before you get to the road. So once you find that, then what you want to do is go maybe a foot to 10 inches behind the meter, and you're going to see this nipple and then this valve. But what you're going to probably see in this, I'm almost sure you'll have to dig around for, will be this green top. And it just pops right off. You put your hand in there and close it. That's going to be your main line going to your house. Okay? So you can just close it like that. Some of them get a little tight if they hadn't been worked. Do it now. If you got a problem, we're open tomorrow and again on Thursday.
And again, that is in case you're leaving.
That's right.
Or if something bursts and
Yeah.
you don't want the water to continue to fly out, you can try and find
And a lot of people actually don't necessarily have a main water valve on their house. They use the one that's here. So, and that's kind of good if you got a 100-foot yard. At least now you're protected between here and here. If it breaks, you can still shut it off and do your work.
Right.
But again, go to Google Earth, look for it. You'll see it. It'll show up for you.
So if you have a slab home, you suggest still wrapping the outside hose.
Or anything that's going to be exposed to the weather. I mean, they're talking mid-20s, and this is temperature, not wind chill. This is temperature. Water freezes at 32, a little bit below. If it stays maybe 6-8 hours, you don't have a problem.
Right,
You're going to freeze it. The key is if you turn it off, okay, open the valves. Give the water some place to expand. If you choose to run it, go to the furthest area from your meter, from the front yard, and open that one. So that'll take everything that's in between and run. And there's nothing wrong with opening a kitchen sink and a bathroom faucet either. And don't get crazy. I mean, when they talk about pencils, they don't mean like
those
2
big
foot
ones.
short. No. You know, just leave a little stream. As long as the water's dripping, it's not freezing. You're all right.
All right, Mike. Well, thanks so much for the tips. Stay warm.
My pleasure.
We appreciate it. We'll be right back with more Body Time after this.